Most people don't fail because they lack talent. They fail because their thinking is too small. This is the story of a man who learned that lesson the hard way. David lived in a small room at the edge of a noisy city. It wasn't small because of money, but small because of his beliefs. Every morning, he woke up to the same thoughts. Maybe this is all life has for me. People like me don't succeed. I should just be grateful for what I have and not ask for more. He worked a job that drained his energy, surrounded by people who talk more about their fears than their faith, and slowly, he began to believe them. You see, David wasn't limited by his skills. He was limited by his thinking. One evening, after another long, exhausting day, David sat alone and asked himself a dangerous question. What if my life is small? Because my thinking is small. That question shook him, because he realized something painful. No one had ever told him to dream big. No one had ever told him that his thoughts were shaping his future. He had been living in an invisible prison, a prison built by doubt, fear, and the borrowed opinions of others. And maybe you've been living in that same prison too. Everything changed the day David met an old man on a park bench. The man looked at him kindly and said, "Your life will never rise higher than the image you hold of yourself." David laughed nervously. "I'm just being realistic," he replied. The old man smiled. Realistic thinking keeps people stuck. Big thinking sets people free. Then he said something David would never forget. Small thinking asks, "What if I fail?" Big thinking asks, "What if I succeed beyond my wildest imagination?" That night, David couldn't sleep. Two voices battled in his mind. One voice said, "Don't try. Stay safe. Dream small." But the other voice whispered, "What if you're capable of so much more?" And for the first time in his life, he chose to listen to the second voice. He began to think differently. It didn't happen overnight. It wasn't perfect, but it was intentional. David started changing small things. He stopped saying, "I can't," and replaced it with, "I'm learning." He stopped seeing obstacles as walls and started seeing them as tests. He stopped shrinking his dreams to fit his comfort zone and started stretching his comfort zone to fit his dreams. And something powerful happened. Opportunities started appearing. His confidence grew. Doors began to open, not because the world around him changed, but because his thinking did. Thinking big doesn't mean you won't be afraid. It means that fear no longer controls you. Thinking big doesn't guarantee success, but thinking small guarantees regret. Your thoughts today are building the life you'll live tomorrow. If you think small, you'll live small. If you think big, your life will expand to meet your vision. If you're watching this and you're feeling stuck, it's not because you're weak. It's because you've been trained to underestimate yourself. You were not created to just survive. You were created to rise. Start thinking bigger about your future, about your calling, about what's possible for you. Because the moment you start to think bigger, your life begins to grow. If this message speaks to you, drop a comment and like this video. And don't forget to subscribe to Word and Soul for more content that will inspire you to think bigger. Thanks for watching.